Liquid get into this elimination match even, send it down to the stage and bring out your teams. It's Team Liquid and Sentinels.
DRX, everything was going wrong for them.
Pretty much the same pistol round. And here's that TP.
And here it is, an adjustment already. John dominates the angle and the smoke on top of it. The anchoring is tested. But it's Zelsis and John side by side, shoulder to shoulder, make short work of Team Liquid.
It is crazy for Team Liquid to try to run the Mako double TP.
Same play.
The exact same play. You know that SEN have looked at that in the VOD review and gone, well, we're never going to let that happen to us again.
Yeah. Team Liquid going back to the old walkabouts, but Nats is cleaned up momentarily, and it leaves it just a Paddy Tech in a 1v4. An open side over towards A, might be able to get a plan, but
possibly.
Past that point.
Seen magic from him before at international events on this map. Pulling out low HP, insane clutches. This one, though, I think is stretched too far as soon as the door opens as well. They even have a flash to try to slow him down. It's going to be difficult for Paddy to do anything other than just get the plant here and get some extra money for the team.
He's going for it, he's trying to force the fight nice and early here, and Zeka does want to square up, takes his head clean off. Catches that contact, bullet to the head too, but too much damage. Hold on, they're just swarming themselves in as well, and out and through potentially. Taking control of Order's extremities in the lanes here. Paddy wants to try and take a fight. Tango up top, but no Snakebite pushing them back, and a little bit of unawareness there. John is getting caught lacking. Lance down. Sentinels are going to try and do this one with a bit of discipline. Cleanly at that. Damage is done to a variety of them, but that's just taking back and control of Heaven, perched up, and he's now got a Bulldog in their hands along with that Outlaw. Difficult spot though still for Team Liquid themselves. They need kills. And they're leaving it just to Nats in a 1v2. That's a safe defuse from the rate. He knows he's got that peace of mind.
But that's an extent.
Early. See it now. Sees out through the back. Along the Snakebite, they just shoved absolutely everything into the fray. And the salvos, well, they just clean up second like that. Smoke through as well. A bit of spam alongside it. Team Liquid happy to oblige and partake in the bloodbath. Here's the rate here, an off angle. He's got to try and make a play here, but what can you do against the rifles? Not too much. Folds with ease. Leaving it just down to Zelsis here. It's inevitable at this point for Team Liquid.
SEN couldn't really put up too much resistance. And there was a chance if the Season 8 had caught perfectly onto Kiko, maybe they could have snowballed it forwards. Zelsis not able to land the shot there onto a player that would have gone down in a single bullet. But you don't want to keep the Outlaw either.
No. Being hunted down. And he's spotted out. So flawless here from Liquid. Dodged and duped as well. Meanwhile, fight taken, but John, he's got way too much to overcome into that spot and full evacuation. Team Liquid, they got 5 players surviving. Holding their ground for now, but now again, okay, so a bit more proactivity from Sentinels.
Nats could find the timing on the lurk. He's realized there's no thorns here, obviously no wall as well. No vice wall, I suppose I should say. And he's taken deep information. SEN know that this is a possibility, but do they think about Nats being quite this deep?
Being very cautious themselves. A lot of contact plays. Make sure that they can hold all the angles. Adjusting to the side of the smoke and bang. Sniffs that something's up. Can tell that there's something odd about this situation. They know that Heaven's not going to be cleared out. SEN themselves grouping up now for the retake. Now, it's explosive at that. Team Liquid looking to try and dominate this one angle up through Heaven as well. They can take away this space. It makes it that much harder, but Sentinels just paving away across the site. They've managed to get themselves access to it, and Kiko just dropped onto 10 HP in a dream, yet still. Dreams might be made manifest, not quite. Falls in the end there, so Sentinels. Fawns with a reveal. That's a bit of spam through the wall on top of it. Bang with the Guardian in hand.
Gatecrash broken as well, Brent, so Kamo doesn't have an ability to go deep into tree. And Bang saved the paranoia this time, so they've saved quite a bit of util to go for maybe a reclear over at Rubble, but the personnel isn't necessarily there.
It's going to be challenged though, potentially. This is all in, very much so. Trying to lead the charge. Gatecrash into the back. Where's that all going? Onto the top of the box. Blind as anything, and Bang just couldn't stand the test.
I mean, Bang heard the ultimate, but he must have assumed that it was in pit instead of being on top of the box right behind it.
Yeah, a bit of confusion there. Here, Team Liquid. Don't want to give up any sort of space whatsoever. Look at that, Neural Threat reveals all Zekin. Just lit up, and now rolling thunder right into spawn. Try and hold your ground down, but stunned up once more. Camo is taking liberties and taking names.
Just haven't been a fan of Sen's ideas on the defense. This is new though, this is an idea.
And he's very all in, but already you've seen a dimensional drift and maybe getting a bit of value indeed. It's a fault line. Just playing, pop the targets, pop the heads if you can with the rifles. Wait a second,
Bounced off Zekken.
Yeah, got his head on it. Drop down to just 61 health, though. We'll have to concede a bit of this space here. Team Liquid, full access onto the site. Man down on top of it. No real weaponry for Sentinels to work with. Maybe if they get a pick, they could think about offloading Zels's ult, but very unlikely.
Yeah, getting back in here is going to be more difficult in a couple seconds. Kiko with the smoke. They already have a trip down. He's not going to go for it, actually. He just wants to keep rifle out.
Sentinels have walked up most of the way here.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
Fall anyway, so 4 surviving from Liquid now.
Okay, let's just try to stack 4 players and win a fight over here with ults.
And actually just try and brute force it. Camo squares up. That head-to-head between the superstars, though. It's all Zekken.
And that's a massive first pick. They've stopped Team Liquid taking rebel control, and now Sen can kind of sit back. This is the spot where you're happier playing a bit more passively.
You have the player advantage. Leaves the impetus on to Team Liquid to make the moves here. Nats is calling some sort of play grouped up over towards B main.
He's realized that he's been able to find a timing into B in a prior round.
It's fake pressure from Team Liquid over towards C the exact same time. There's no recipients from Sen, so they're not going to be calling this. The idea was to show a bit of misinformation, but now the door's open wide.
And Nats has actually spotted Zels over towards B, pinged out his location, and they're thinking it'll be easier to exec C if the site anchor isn't there. It's possible that John could be here. Sometimes they do have the Viper anchoring. We're going to see a double dive.
Yeah, okay. TP up onto the box on top of it. Kamek. Hold up. Wall. Double jump over. So full committal now by Liquid. Thorns have popped off a little bit prior, and Nats is going walkabout. This guy! Oh my! Happy to find the gaps in the defensive plays by Sen.
Oh my god, and they're going for the contact walk through waterfalls. Elsis has no idea. He's
Not
about to get
a clue!
That's masterful calling from Nats.
And this is what they do best. Team Liquid putting a squeeze onto you now as well. So many unknowns circulating around Sentinels' minds. The plan's down. Still, no one's ready for the Heaven Peak himself. Bang! Straight back at you. Now disadvantage to Team Liquid.
One enemy remaining.
Backs to Zekken. Nats left alone. With only 33 health to do it in a 1v2. There's a nade to dodge, and Duke 1 HP can find a fair fight. Are we playing off of this? That's my question. Nightfall coming through as well. There's a drone in the face, though. You're suppressed up. It's still Decay. Maybe kicking in on top of it. It's a showstopper. Where the hell are you sending that one to? The moon? Paddy, he's got 2. And tip-tap of the rifles. Kiko Kamek making sure work of these Sentinels players. Celsius 1v3. He's had a difficult time of things recently. Trying to anchor, play this vice position and roll. Ups and downs in terms of his performance, but now he's left to do it all. Discipline, name of the game here for Liquid. Look at him. Not going to give him absolutely anything here. Paranoias.
He's going to
always here. There's a steel guard and committed, but there's salvers in your face. There's a flash in your face. Kitchen sink's going to be coming next. Best of luck to you. Because again, no open fight, Team Liquid. There's no mistakes here with the way that they're playing. Double face up into heaven. Second go for that peek and camo. You're brave to get back posted onto the angle. TP by Bang, yeah. Didn't even hear that one. So happy to pluck camo out of the picture here. And Team Liquid left scrambling, all grouped out. They don't really have any map control here. They wanted the pivot, but they're going to go for the re-clear themselves. Aftershock salvos up and around. There's a smoke into the face of Zekken. He's spamming, spraying, praying. For Sentinels, no one's hearing them. Still 3 versus 3. TP up into the spawn. What the hell's occurring here? Kiko.
Oh, this is wild. Is he looking to try to get a timing on John? Is he just trying to pull players towards him?
John's only got a judge, just sat down into the pit.
I mean, you say only got a judge. I wouldn't want to walk in there.
That's very true, but
they're going to try to pinch by the look of things. Kiko's calling the rest of his team back over to this pit.
40 seconds.
They still have drone to work with. They have drone. The drone can inform a stun from Patty. And Kiko,
just going for it.
I don't really like going for it before the rest of the team's in position to help.
30 seconds left.
Sentinels are so split up there.
This is so slow from Liquid.
Yeah.
Tally-ho in mound, guys. You gotta go forwards.
Might be going right into the maw. John QT, Judge in hand, salvos. A misstep, a gap, but they're spamming it. Almost the expectation of it. Only 13 seconds left. They've got to try and get themselves into this. Highlighted! And turned into paste! They can pivot into in case things do go wrong over towards the A hit. And now, oh my god, they're trying to jump spot and bait this wall out. Narrate and Zelsis have stepped up.
First time that this defensive setup's been tested with the Vice over here towards A, and it works perfectly. John's also there, ready to collect this pivot into B. And all of this information allows Bang to push out. Sen playing this round very nicely.
Yeah, and the wind is taken out of the sails of these Team Liquid players. They were hoping for faster tempo up, and again, back to the drawing board. Old, classic, and all reliable, which is contacting all the way. And speaking of contacting, Bang is getting constant information. He's clearing up the question marks across the map. Barrel spotted out, but I think he's just missed the mark on that one. And yet, Camo is going to be missing his head too. This is Sentinels putting a squeeze onto these players, and they're just making it look like child's play. Do just that. It's going to be triggering it. Up and away we go. Hold on, that cage. Probably not intended for the top of that one.
Not where that was supposed to go.
Now we're seeing it. Rolling Thunder. It's going to cleave its way in through the side. The rate is cleaned up momentarily. He felt like he had to take a fight there. Push forward, past the smoke on top of it. How the hell are you whiffing that one? Almost the open sightlines in time, and the Armageddon's going to be clearing them all the way out. Zelsis, he can't even escape it. Not the ire of it. And the advantage now lies into the hands of Team Liquid. One player up. Forward into the position. Satchel up on top. It's a high ground perch. Potentially the play around here, and still unable to win these fights out. It's Nats and Kiko, full control, and Bang's left alone to pick up those pieces in a 1v3, and that discipline shines through once more. You can see it. Smoke into the face, though, disrupts the play. And still no swing from Paddy. He's waiting for it, but straight through the smoke. Safe hands from the IGL. Final round of this first half. Dimensional drift that was earned, so Camo's getting a lot of info, and again, that fake pressure. Fake presence, spots out of two players.
He's going to see this as the same defensive setup as before.
Line stun connected onto him, I think, actually. And Camo's going to be falling. Defense was necessary from the rate. Protects his teammate's life.
But it's another good call from Nats. They put a load of pressure over towards A and just walk in B. They're not going to think about this timing.
Well, John, he's got his crosshair trained on it. Yeah, expecting it. At this point, Team Liquid, you know that they end up trending into that. When the going gets rough for them, a lot of walking around, but they at least have a plant down onto the B side. But these retakes from Sen, in particular, have been pretty nice in Sublime. We're seeing it at the Nightfall. He's going to set the stage and a bit of spam as well. Augments this push coming through. The Horn just cannot be dealt with. And it's all on the shoulders of Nats. Too much to overcome there. So 7-5 is a finish for this first half. Sentinels, the question is, up on it entirely now. Kamek. Ooh, wait a second, he's missed a few of these players. Gate crash. Instant reposition here by Camo. Seem to have realized at least that this is going to be leaning over towards it, especially now with the drone being utilized. So getting a bit of a move on, rapid approach up through the top, but there's a gap into the side of the smoke, and Kamek head clean off. Plant now down, not to dissuade this one, not to push this one back, and Camo even traded into the process.
Good trading, good teamwork from Sen, and the Thorns are very difficult to get through.
The jump spotting here, Sen have got full control over towards Heaven. Essentially the entirety of the site. Fault line's a good connection though. Hold on. Paddy swinging wide. Nats has found his own! And they have gotten away with murder!
Here we go. Got a very serious game. Team Liquid again with another kind of trap setup. Trapping over towards the C orb this time. They had Paranoia and they had Stun ready.
Bloody hell, what a misplay. What's going on there? I mean, the trip just tangling up all of these players, and the goal for Sentinels was really just to get onto the B site. Nats, though, shoring up the gaps. Double face in the end, and it's a beautiful shot from the raid, at least to return that fire, but not going to be so lucky that time. Definitely did some damage to the team. Sort of reinforce over towards the A site.
Here comes Zelsis re-clearing.
And he doesn't... Oh, wait a second. The time is kind of missed onto this one. And in the danger zone, Zelsis! Oh, I mean, he's just picked to pieces. Bonus round conversion. Highly likely at this point for Team Liquid. They are in full control. You're going to be walking, waiting. Oh my god, you missed a TP onto that one. Just the slightest of gaps, but all good. You have 55 seconds to work with. You can slow this one down. And John, cracking shot. He's opened up the side potentially. All the setup's going to be going down. Camo, blind as anything. Snakebite at your feet, flashes around, a Horn too much to deal with here, but he has been lit up, and there it is, swarming into the positions. Everything accounted for. Wonderful salvage of the operation here from Sentinels.
Straight onto the clone.
Yeah, take that. Cover going out. Kiko's got to do it all with a ghost in hand. Don't think you're going to be finding same missteps from Sentinels into their post plan. In fact, very much willing to give up a lot of the space here. The Caesar's going to be missing. Dodging, juking. All eyes on Kiko. Too many players to really try and take down, so the rate. Sentinels all grouped up, shoulder to shoulders, 5 of them, and that's going to be that stun connecting. One's going to be taking that bullet to the head, but back now wants to try and take that fight. Takes down the counterpart while he's at it. And the Nightfall now, clearing the way. Even a potential path into the A side, but as that nade rebounds, Carrick is going to be forced to respect it. Slow down a little bit of patience inserted, but still the shot's landing. Kamek wins it, and that defense is in order here, but still backs to the side. Second unleashes. 2 left to stand here for Liquid. Trying to get in here a bit fast and loose, and even the armor getting committed out towards the tail end, but choked out of the sight entirely. This Team Liquid stepping forwards. That's smoke in his face. Bit of util to help him with the push, but it's all being watched for. No missteps.
Be exactly the same spot that SEN go for. So we've seen them try to trap.
Bit of an A-Rubble fight, clash and a brawl. We will be getting it. Blood will be spilled. Fault lines, snake bites, absolutely everything naded to the corner, but Zekken happy to lay claim to that space. Paranoia delayed, a flash, his dodge satchel out and away, and the bullets flying forwards. How the hell is SEN surviving? And the deep push from that. It's a reaction from him. He's taking risks on it. He's going to be hearing it. The scurry of footsteps. Maybe buying info and time for Kamek. Getting into position, but he's got the util out into his hands, and the stun, at least with that connection. The response and the peeking out of the smokes and the angles. There. Team Liquid crumbling.
Here comes Nats.
From the side, picked up a gun in the process. Anybody watching this one? Oh my, had to be snappy.
Zekken 1 away from getting his ult online. So that may end up being a serious focus for SEN here.
Team Liquid going for a push straight down, up the gut, in through mid. That's a fault line to trigger, but that was off of Kiko's contact, and he's already fallen. Camo, you don't want to overstay your welcome here, even if you've got the get out of jail free card. SEN can be happy with this one. Slow it down a little bit. You're in control now of the situation with the open and pick.
And Zekken, of course, still with the showstopper. It's going to be super difficult for Team Liquid to hold on. They want to fight forwards before Zekken can get in position.
I love potential. I mean, just body spotting out wide. Flash is dealt with as well. Camo, oh my, he's doing it all. Still, showstopper in the hands of Zekken, but he's cleaned up. Tried to sit nice and pretty into the cage. You can't escape the eye of Nats, and that neural theft is going to be pointing it all out.
The spike is committed. SEN have to go for this. Does Nats even realize?
Didn't even connect. What a shot. Bang to be the savior at that spot. Picks up the spike, 40 seconds left to play with. Kamek is left reeling.
It's a 1v2 where Kamek does not have very good information. And John, if he gets the plant, can play around the Viper's pit. It's a bit of a weird spot. Like, you don't know whether you necessarily want to commit the ultimate. And SEN are taking a risk here, but just because of the time they have to run into A. You can't clear all of these angles. If Kamek was tucked in some corner and had gambled correctly on the A site, maybe this could all be over.
I mean, they're very lucky here at this point. There's going to be, what, like 10 seconds left? There was Salvos in the back pocket of Kamek. If he was here, could have just single-handedly won the round out, but wait a minute. Hold on. Is that going to be a kill confirmed? Not quite. A little bit too slow when Kamek was that far away, and the pit's even just being used to try and secure this round, but Kamek's all the way up into their faces. Decay damage kicking in, but he needs to isolate these fights, and he just can't get it done.
One final hurrah to try to defend and keep things going.
Very much all in. Last hurrah sums it up nicely. Full committal by Liquid. Paddy has to hold down B! Crosshair placement is just impeccable! Zekken is rinsing him, man. And that's steps wide up with the Guardian in hand. I mean, it's just wild sprays at best.
The blind is dead.
Team Liquid just being cut to pieces.
They've been hit with a haymaker at the very end. What an entry from Zekken. That's the kind of quality, that's the kind of form you want to see from this guy. Camo, Nats, ever since he joined the team. He's an incredible player in those spots, those moments. Yeah, but at least he's the Omen that can teleport away.
Wait a minute, he's the breach! And well, listen, opening kill for them. Spotted out the information. The Steel Gardens even keeping a couple of these Liquid players tethered to the spot. It's a mad dash though, running around, and a lot of chaos being sewn into the mix here by SEN with the door opened wide, making it feel like it's A, it's C, they don't really know. It's twists and turns into the round, and Camo is forced to offload this ult just to get the information. And now it's all going to be revealed as well, made to look like a fool. Still, setup is here. That's playing off the side anyway. Salvo's up and through. No one to play off this one. Primed and ready are Sentinels for any sort of attempt at a flood attempt, but actually, as I say that, they just leave a massive gap into the back still. Doesn't matter. All the players are Liquid toppling in the end. Decent show of things from Nats, but nevertheless here, Sentinels
Tried to counter this by getting into the smoke as quickly as possible. And I said they were going to do that. Actually, they're contacting down here.
Set up, man, and blood is going to be pouring and taken. SEN managed to salvage it ever so slightly, just stopping it, but still, Patitech is hard committed into the corner. And look at that, head on a swivel. There is that defense in order. And return of the fire there by Team Liquid.
Playing Lotus,
yeah,
being asked to do a lot.
Not being set up properly as well, because as they mentioned, don't have a lot of reps on the comp, right?
You're expecting him to look a lot better here in the head-to-head against Second.
Early signs of life here for Sentinels, though. It's all in towards the A site. They'd love a plant as well to keep the money flowing at least. And they've got open access to the side at least on that. So John will commit and stick the plant, but they don't have guns. Don't have a player advantage either. Chance might be taken, but yeah, I mean, Narrate just not quite ready for that one, is he? Swinging around here, both players locked in towards the back of the site. SEN quick to crumble, but it was an eco.
They're faking some kind of mid-pressure and trying to walk out A.
The dash is active early from Camo.
Yeah, dashing into the vent after they break it. I haven't seen the team do this before.
It's interesting. Roundabout way of potentially taking Heaven control up through mid, but Narrate obviously aware of it.
He's been so good with the first duels today. 4-1. I think make that 5-1, I assume.
Racking them up here. The picks, Sentinels. Bit of a scurry now, maneuver over towards the B site. Stars down, orchestrates. Gonna be a hit over towards it, and the drone spots it all out. So getting the information off and the counter spam. Picture perfect, isn't it? Ensures that control of the round is going to be held down to SEN here.
John's 2 away from having his ult online. He could be the player to go and try to hunt for a kill or something.
Celsius. Oh, flash into his face. Luckily, anti-flash positions played.
It's really nice positioning actually from Celsius. You're anticipating them going aggressive through that smoke. And so he's trying to tuck close to it.
Yeah.
Hey-ho rather than the Sova.
Yeah. Normally you'd have that Sova drone, but they're sighted here.
Looking to try to clear places out, maybe break a trip as well. Nats has also showcased in some of the regional games on Abyss an idea of running a deep cam, kind of where Camo is currently playing. So they have multiple different ways that they try to hold on to mid control and mid information.
Cleared away and now getting a bit of a move on. The second few bullets just tagging on to Zekin, slowing him down, and that dart is not dealt with. So Kamek, good value to be had. Drone now going to be offloaded, but Sentinel's not trying to slow down here. They want to try and brute force into the site. It's going to be hard. Same could be said about the retake of Team Liquid unless they get a few more kills. Still, they have that player advantage. Salvo's in through the back. That's going to be flushing one of the players out, but no one was ready actually for that. Celsius. Challenge going to be incoming potentially any time now, and there it is. Got a lot to do. Stun, good connection, slowing these players down to a crawl. These Cloudburst just cannot save you there. Locked out of the site. Narrate, close quarters combat!
And another factor to all of this that's been present all day today. Did you hear anyway?
Might have been faking it out, I'm not too sure.
I think he missed it.
Yeah, well.
I'll give him the credit though. Yeah, he was faking it.
Yes, of course.
Great fake.
That's with control up towards Heaven. That flash in your face. Got to respect that one. Backing away. This is Sentinels just hoping they can poke and prod. Find a few stray pieces. Team Liquid themselves, though, grouping up for the fight and bang. He's lucky to be alive there. 5 HP, but as long as he stays alive, a lot of danger is going to be removed from this round.
Zekin's got to make sure he doesn't fall.
Spike planted.
Right into the spawn.
Don't know if he knows, but he's found the perfect timing there past those players. But
Chips in the night.
they've also passed him.
Oh my goodness. And it's all quiet. There's no sound cues to try and signal. This one still grouped up, lined up, and Zelsis mowing them down. Camodo responds, but they weren't expecting that word, eh? Stabbed in the back. Zekin in the spot. John QT to finish.
But it's more heavy anchoring kind of setup from Camo and Paditek on B, at least.
Salvo sent flying. Purpose of that is just to break the doors.
And also, Nats in spawn, the purpose of that to avoid the null command for Zelsis, but he's basically out of the round, isn't he, until this KO gets used.
Really consider the Teo salvos being used like that, but it does essentially force Kamek to keep a watchful eye through mid. The door was broken right off the rip. Flash through to re-clear through main. No one home from Team Liquid, but they have players towards the back of the site. Now that no command Armageddon will be used in conjunction, see if they can carve out a path onto the side, and not anticipating it. What a beautiful position to play in by Kiko. Nats, he's straight into the fray, dropping down and away in the reaction. And distraction is all that is needed.
Get out of my way.
Straight back to it though, and Sentinels not slowing down whatsoever, are they? Drone to lead the way, up top, Blade Storm in hand, Zekin slices and dices, but finally gets his target. Drops him down, 70 HP left, Paranoia connects, but a lot to deal with here. Wait a second, still the open box with a cloudburst into the back. That signifies absolutely everything. Return to the fire, Paddy's there. Equivalent exchange, but still with that player disadvantage for Liquid. John with the plan, he's alone onto the site here, giving it up almost entirely. Just the Sentinels playing off. John's got to be a bit of bait for them. Maybe if he can pull out some of that util from Liquid. It's a good anchor smoke as well for him to play around, but Nats is fully aware of this one with the shorty. Yep, skipping a hop. Straight into his face. Still, only 2 players left alive now, and Team Liquid have got a lot to do. They're off left again. Revealing positions, but everybody dropping. And speaking of dropping, Nats with a perfect lineup. The damage done. Softened up the rate. 4-piece for Nats. Even that edge, I imagine, with his calling overall, but no change in play for Sentinels. They want to run it right back at Liquid once more. That's okay. Well, Cloudburst went miles up and over here. Suppression across the board onto a multitude of targets. Team Liquid, it's all been slowed. Causing a bit of concern for them still. It's a flash that doesn't really quite connect, and the refight is sublime! Team Liquid! At least he didn't give up the kill, and now putting the squeeze onto these B players, but as you said, it's individualistic and a little bit uncertain from Sentinels. Paranoia sweeps forwards, nade, it's going to be rebounding, ult popped off, but well, the gun just wasn't out. Couldn't have anything to play around here, and Camo, he's on a bit of an island. Doesn't really know where these players might be. Still damage done, the rate from the side, that's a bullet to the temple of Camo.
Kamek's on the flank though. He's coming around deep from B main. I don't think they're thinking about it yet.
Sentinels, they made a call though to flip the site entirely, so they might not even have to worry about this one. If they can try and force that fight out, and now they're going to be aware of it. Paid the price in blood with Bang going down, jumping through, and the gun, well, util was just pulled out there, so it's an instant trade-off. The rate wins his. The most important fight that he could possibly do. 6 bullets left, and the dad is dealt with. They know where the last player is. It's planted for him on top of it. Kamek, defuse, sticking, half, and the head just poking up.
Sentinels in a game where Team Liquid otherwise are pretty favored on this map.
Sentinels looking to run this one back again. This time they have an abundance of ults. All going to be utilized here. So Armageddon's going to be forcing Camo out of the fight here. Salvo's up through heaven as well. There will be no swing occurring. What just happened? How has that happened? What just occurred? Team Liquid gifted a lifeline, but Senna trying to batter their way back into the round.
You can't win a round where 2 of your players jump off the cliff.
Gotta see a replay after that, but still, they're fighting tooth and nail. They don't want to give this one up. What a blunder, or possibly an outplay. Yet to be seen, but the round has been slowed down all the way through.
It's got to have been a blunder. They must have body blocked each other in. They must have body blocked each other in midair. There was no assist. There's no trip there. There's no bullet tag. I think that's just a straight up beef.
Mad dash here from Zelsis. Trouble is, Nat's full setup, still active, still alive, and a double push down mid. John might not be long for this world. He's making all the noise into the world, and the creeping forwards can't even isolate a fight. Leaves it to the 1v3. Zelsis has been tested. pushed in positions before, but winning clutches. The past has been a rarity for him, but he needs to isolate at least one of these fights. Team Liquid are not giving him anything. Cam was still up, getting that info, and yeah, instantaneous is the trade. Reciprocated. And I gotta see that replay, man. To save himself in that spot. How do you pick yourself up after that?
It's a gift from the gods for Liquid, isn't it? Mana raining from heaven, along with 2 Sentinels players.
Here.
Slurp it up. Similar play we've seen from Sentinels before, but last time it was individualistic. Here's a no command. It's going to be emanating out now.
That's caught the timing.
Out onto the side, Paddy from the side, and that's still active, still kicking, and so is Camo! In through, they cannot get this guy out of here. Finally removed from the fight in the fray, but again, open sightlines up through the top, and that's a wide swing. It's relentless from Liquid. They can sense it. Last round of this first half of Abyss. The send hit. Really brought to a crawl. It's a dart up into the face as well. The dash. Oh, he's just trying to find usage out of it. I mean, Zek being forced into the fight once more. Out through into main. Kamik, not expecting that from the side. Oh my. It's odds and ends. It's scraps from Sentinels that they managed to bring into this one.
And it's a great teleport from the Ray. Deep onto default, getting himself into a position to use the Judge. They've salvaged this.
They have, certainly. Still, Ray hasn't found a rifle into the process here. He's got a Judge out back. And Heaven's not watched for. Yeah, he has to just jump out wide. No one was watching his back. I felt like he was forced to make a fight! You cannot drop the ball like this. Nats, defuse, sticking, smoke in his face. He's got that safety here. Right clicks with the classic, but Arm's been hurt. 5 bullets left. Bang! Maybe an attempt to catch Nats here with the trip going down. It actually does signify quite a lot, and they want to double face him. Yep, Sen cleaned him up. IGL out of the picture, but that fast reaction is called for, and Team Liquid are going to be taking the space over towards the B site, getting that plant down. No pushback, and another player themselves. Team Liquid, they understand the necessity of risks. You're a player down. Gonna try and take the fight up close and personal. Camo, he's got the one, dash forwards and back and around. Camo, too much to overcome. It's nice in the micro. Sen getting a bit of a move on. 2 left to stand. Kamik, Kiko. What can you do from this spot? Finding your ones. Tapping away with a ghost in hand. This is it. Discipline and aim at its core. But it leaves it down to that 1v1. John QT, just 10 HP to work with. Kiko, jump spot. Shot doesn't land as well. It's an impossibility. And Kiko somehow.
Yeah, they are stomping through the spawn from west to east. Going to put a little bit of pressure on Kamik and Nats.
Definitely will. It's going to be broken here, but yeah, awareness from Liquid, and they make a call, a reaction of their own. They want to flip the site. The trouble is, plant is not really there for them. It's plant for main and heaven.
But also Sentinels have anticipated the reaction, and now they're going up towards heaven. I mean, they might end up just trying to die to Spike here.
This likely, doesn't it? Yeah, it's going to be a slow round.
Listen, at that point, though, just throw yourselves into the abyss.
Stop wasting our time.
Quite. But, I mean, they're waiting for Zelsis to try to play some exits at the moment.
See if they can get at least the one. Not quite. Okay. Dope. Strong start to Abyss. They've kept it going.
A-split, super fast here, actually.
It's going to be applying quite a bit of pressure now onto the Sentinels players. See if they can push them back. It was a knife thrown back and doesn't really deny the drone from sweeping through. Liquid have got that space, but it's an anchor smoke. And how do you get through this one? Nats, he wants to leap right in! Bang! Bang! It's a 3-piece. Can't quite manage the 4th, but honestly, it's a miracle in itself. And it leaves it just down to Kamik. 1v3 scenario. Plant stuck. At least wants the money for his troubles. The drone's going to be spotting him way out there. And he's removed from the picture.
If Sentinels somehow win here on Abyss.
Bit of pressure, though. Now making their way over towards B. Team Liquid. Hoping that they've pulled players from Sentinels that they can anchor over. Maybe make the B side a little bit more weaker. There's a lot of util as well, yet to be expended, and now, okay, trying to send it, but right into the bullets. And the open arms here of Zek still. It's exchanged. Good return of the fire there by Nats. Instant TP though. Let's see if they can see this fight occurring. Nats is the one who's trying to take point and contact right into the fight once more. Spraying it down, John! My God, man! Still tries to retreat, tries to escape, and Zeltis just walking straight back in. Picks off Kiko. Kamek once more left in an almost impossible scenario. Impossible is where it will stay.
On their site execs, SEN have done a great job holding on. And now they've got a chance to make a serious game out of it. Tie things up.
Exactly. For Liquid, there's no slow spread of players here. It's very much all in over towards the A site. All grouped up and they've been slowed down once more by the knife. Gonna got a lot of players and a lot of bodies ready to receive this one. Open arms into the fight that is taking place. And a flash into the face of Camo still. Hunter's Fury. It's going to carve and cleave its way into the side, but Narrate hears that TP. It's going to be calling that there could be a playmaker inside that smoke, and almost adjust the aim in time. Spam was necessary, and Zeltis able to clean this one up. Paddy, rifle picked up into the upgrade, but so much to do. And none
expecting something through mid. I mean, they are thinking ahead already that out of the tactical timeout, Nats is going to try to be lurking mid. There are 3 players watching it.
Bang. Isolated as a result of it. Here it is, TP's off and around to the side here, bang! There's the challenge, flashing up and over, there's a dart on top of it. It's too much to overcome here. Players weren't in position, as you mentioned, Sentinels were anticipating a mid-play. Slowed down a bit now though, Zekken with the operator in hands. It's gonna be awkward to try and play this retake, unless he's gifted one, which he is. The deep peek by Kiko does not come up with anything at all. Team Liquid, it's an aggro hold out towards the back! And god damn, man, I mean, Zekken, he's not slowing down! Alongside his team, the blades whistled away. Kamek with a chance, potentially to contain! That is unbelievable!
This.
Oh my, the dart reveals it. Kiko steps forwards, it's coverage. An equalized, at least by Zeltis, up and over the shoulder, but you've removed Zekken from mid. Leaves a massive hole in the defense of SEN. They are seeking to reclaim a bit of information, a bit of space, going to be gathered, at least with the drone being broken. And Narrate, time to shine, son! Armageddon is the cherry on top. Not quite necessary, but listen, that was primed and ready before he got the 3-piece.
And they did just lose a 1v4.
Surely.
Then there's nobody looking. He is not looking this direction.
Camo, snappy. Good adjustment with the spray, but now he's revealed his hand and the position at that Narrate. Backing himself around here to pull and a flash. Spike is in no man's land. So many things that have to go right, and it's just not happening. Not tonight. The money's not good.
Yeah, the eco's
Down
terrible.
up and over. This signals the hit's going to be coming through. Oh my god, Zekken, he just couldn't quite survive there. Put the dash out to the fight, but Camo locked on. Player potentially spotted here. There's a Bladestorm still, and he's hopping, skipping up and around, and Narrate finds himself another one. Paranoia sweeps back and away. TP to safety, buying time for the rest of his team to get back in. John, he's perched up onto the high ground, and Kiko rips his head clean off anyway. Decapitates from that position. It's a 3 versus 4. The gun advantage for Sentinels, but that might not matter at all. As long as Team Liquid start hitting these shots. Hard committed, up onto the side. Team Liquid already one step ahead, trying to play around the Cosmic Divide. TP up and away. Paditek, he's got walkabout. He's running straight into the Amazon Rivers. A Biden moment potentially, but listen, SEN are all over this site. He's grabbed right behind him, and a classic cannot get it.
3 players ready to fight this. Team Liquid keep going into the stacked site. They have really struggled to find the weak one.
Great spots it. Can't get the damage in, but okay. Well, dashing forwards into the smoke. Can't really survive that one. Too much spam occurring. Hunter's Fury. Kamek, he's desperate for the connection, desperate for a kill to potentially help his team out. And well, okay, flash up and over. Bang trying to play off it, but we'll be going straight to the grave as a response.
Spike planted.
Delta's peppering away. Hoping he can get a few of these tags onto these players.
2 cliff, and the salvos are going to connect.
And here it is, pushing them out wide into the open still. A lot to account for, a lot to contest with. Sentinels leaves it down to Zekken. And with the tap, fades away. Smoke in the face. Dash to get the hell out of there, and a speed up called for Team Liquid. Want to hit the go button.
This is the weak site, finally. Nats has discovered it. They're not
Smoking it through.
It's all right, that was just a teleport.
TPs, but you're right into the sight line of Zekken. Tracking the money, he's lucky enough to do that damage as well. He's found himself, his team, an advantage.
You'd expect Team Liquid to go for some kind of post-plant aggression here. They've been doing it every time they're down players. Does anyone follow the drone? Oh, they're all just playing off-site apart from Kiko. I mean, he has got to be the hero here for Liquid.
Knife tags one. Knife tags one. That was Kiko. Flipped up onto the site. Immediately dealt with. 3 players left to stand here. Liquid, once more, are going to need a miracle. Util already expended, and this is it. Senna swarming the site. Full control. Up and over it. Bang. Sticking onto the defuse now. Dart. It's barely even a warrior to the back of their minds, and the bullets need to rain down and find that connection. But it's a little bit too much.
Classics. Sheriff to be able to work with. And they're finally doing something through mid. Team Liquid have not done very many of these slow, defaulty kind of rounds. I'm not exactly sure why.
Bang.
Because it's working.
It's caught in transition there.
Here.
He's hoping to retreat back over towards Heaven, so open and pick for the way of Team Liquid drone. Paranoid up! You're taking a peek and a wonder. Narrate very much alone.
I mean, this is going to be a thrifty here.
I mean, it definitely is. Zelsis now is entirely isolated and he's going to be squeezed at a moment's notice. They've picked apart the defense.
This was too easy. As soon as Team Liquid put a couple of bodies in mid and tried to split, they've destroyed Sentinels. Stop doing the execs, guys.
Almost comes back to maybe.
I think the same could be said here. The fact that Team Liquid are getting pushed so close. I didn't quite see, but I got to assume that Team Liquid also have rifles that they can go back to here, right? It was just the start of the round. Have they got? Yeah, here they are. Okay. So there is a hidden arsenal back here that allows them to play with some better weaponry.
So reaching the mini-mark. There's tension in the air.
They haven't actually found any information. They don't know what the defensive setup looks like here at all, and Nats is not going to go mid. The drone fully clearing out mid, and they're going into the heavy, strong side of Sentinels again. These are the kind of rounds that have not worked for Liquid.
Flash up and over, dash forwards as well! No way! The race is a menace to society! And he's put a stop straight away to the funny business that was that exec. We're going to OT! Ready to receive. Salvo's primed. Contact most of the way. Paddy's going to be holding on to that knife now. The Salvo's clearing the way, at least to a degree. That's going to be suppression, yeah, across the board. You've got to call for a cancel, surely, if you're Sentinels. You've been slowed down here. It's a play by Team Liquid. Couple of centers. You have no prior map control. Wasn't a slow default. You were all into the play, and once more you're going to go for the re-hit once now. The Cloudburst at your feet, Camo, perched up high and mighty! And the crossfire is elite! Bodies topple and fall. And John, not long for the world there.
No, is that there's no shot that's a lineup. Is that a lineup?
It's a lineup,
That's
yes.
crazy.
We can take control, potentially, of mid. That's insane
Wait,
work.
that's so nerdy.
All's quiet though. Once more bang. He's been a playmaker, but what a timing to take! And surely that's it for Liquid. Celsius. No hope in hell. He's trying to spray away, but running out of bullets. And Zekken now forced to play the retake with the op. Now listen, he's done damage with this into the pass, but up close. Flash into the peak. Bloody hell, even a reveal on top of it, but Camo still can't quite claim it. Spam countered up, but the rifle players just can't get it done. They can't remove this guy. Surely this is it. Tapping away, rifle aim on point for Team Liquid. And they've dominated all the appropriate angles. Kiko falls though, taken out. Heaven still not dealt with. Player up top, Zekken. This is precise. Dashes forward to escape that ire. Camo spamming away up on top of the ropes. He knows the damage has been done with a shorty, but time ticking. Needs to be held. John!
I don't think they have it, Bren!
Oh!
I got panicked there for a moment.
Forwards into the smoke, but supplementary util narrate is up in the face of a potential player, and that IGL up through into the smoke as well. And it's damage needs to be done. Narrate still moving forwards here with Nats crumbling. Kamik off to the side, and the timing's just so damn unfortunate. Sentinels complete control of the site, but Heaven needs to be watched for. And Zekken has got to put his crosshair onto it. Eyes watchful for it. Flash into the face. Dodged by Kiko. Need a steady hand in moments like this. 3v4 for Liquid. Pushing forwards. Make it 3v3. Opportunities available for them. Flashes and utils going to be used. The tap onto the plan as well is going to be forcing that reaction out, and the kills flying through! Liquid! A good job of it, but they got to convert here and now. It's a high-low setup. A lot of damage done here to Zekken, and now turning up the heat. Straight away forwards. The raid! Sky not willing to give up that space still. The trade is intact. That's just spam straight through. Flash even connecting. Zekken has got a lot to do. 9 HP though. Narrowly avoiding depth. It's like dodge, maneuver. Players maintaining control of all of this, and Nats has been cleaned up. Spotted out through mid. Crosshair placement. It's perfection from Zekken.
He's just played a difficult situation so perfectly. Kamek, he won a 1v4 earlier. If he could get a 1v3 to complete Abyss, his team would be sitting pretty already.
The net tightening, and Zekken. Keep one eye trained potentially. Did the door not break? Why is Kamek so hard committed onto this angle?
I mean, Nats is around Heaven.
It just seems weird in case they do just contact up past it. Now, okay, here it is. Challenge. Kamek. See if he can stand this test, but okay, no, just backs himself away. It's a bit of a stalemate call from both of these teams, and players working themselves up through B. It's a dash play, fast. At that, flashes to accompany. Camo wants to try and draw some blood out of some of these accompanying players. Now SEN, they haven't sent a spike this way. I mean, there's 30 seconds left into the round. It's a mad scramble now to see if they can supplement this one, gain access to the site, but a knife is going to be tagging them. And where are the kills? They have to be found! The rate can't quite wrangle the rifle in time to hit the second one, but it's a trade intact now for Liquid and a plant online for Sentinels. Nothing pushing this one back. Drone. Slightest of pauses. Bated breath from Team Liquid. Now starting to make their moves, and Kiko, he's delivering. It's already 2 for him. Look to do a bit more damage at that. Smokes into the face of these players and just lined up for all of them to topple. Team Liquid, they can spam the last remaining players. Elsis did not stand a chance in hell here.
That takes the timing. So these players on A, they are alone for a while.
Yeah. Now here it is. See if they can find the kills that they need here. Paranoia up into the face there. Elsis cannot stand it down. Attempt to hold it down. Knife gets the information.
And no salvos. Suppression.
Exactly, so no denial of this plan coming through. This is Team Liquid now primed, surely. Hunting and hoping for map 3. Paranoid sweeps, that's a dash through, straight into the back on top of it, but Bang has already been dropped outside into it. The kills might be flooding through. Feed does feel. Fills up a little bit of this teal. The rate off to the side here. Still, it's a post plan that needs to be played by Liquid. A tap to try and force that reaction. Double faced up. Zekken can't quite land it. Smoke's finally online with a one-way and swinging wide. Not enough in time. Nats. He's the one.
Pistol round.
I'm going to fight us with flashes. Kick a flash over the top. Sky flash as well alongside it, but they are walked all the way up. They might just miss the timing here. Team Liquid flash up into the face. Yeah, Paddy. It's not long for this ward. Kamek swinging round and wide. He needs to return that fire. Camo over the shoulder. Bit of stray bullets and spam as the smokes are just dropped down. Advantage here for Liquid. They found it.
I've got to assume that Paditek there got killed by a player that was full blind. Nat's going to pop the wall. He's playing the weak side of the map almost all the time for them on the defensive bind. He's got this orb up at default as well that makes it pretty difficult to get nice plants.
3 players up through Heaven here. Team Liquid just trying to barge their way back into the side as well, and the fight is going their way. John dropped down to just 11 HP. Bang up and over. Clean shots necessary for Sentinels to stand a chance. They slow it down with the salvos, but everybody's positions accounted for.
Now the results have not necessarily borne that out. But here they've got a chance to pull out a win in a big moment.
Breaking the ankles ever so slightly here, but yeah. All good.
There.
Judge from Kiko as well. over towards Hookah. Very difficult to clear out.
All quiet for now. Bang has that showers control. The rest of his team, Sentinels, probably going to be calling for a B long take. No, they're changing their mind. Or they were going to be looking for TP options.
Coming back over towards A. Don't know whether Bang is going to anticipate that Kamik's got his number here.
The orb's up. The fuel's going to be running short, surely. And yet, wall's going to be dropped down. Faced out wide there with the rain. That's the salvos up towards the back. Camo is going to be forced to press forwards. And with Nats by his side, it's all good. No worries.
Sentinels have got to figure out what the defense looks like. He's got a wall again here, Nats, for Camo to try to take a fight.
Oh, Bulldog, and damage done. Kill found.
That's a brutal opener for Sentinels.
Yeah.
One of their drones has gone missing.
Got the spike.
One of their top-performing players in the series so far has gone missing. And it's so easy for ult cycles to start forming on Bind. It's probably the #1 map for that kind of stuff to get out of control.
Snowballing away from you. Play it down now. Forcing his contact plays once more. Look at Nats, he's already there with a setup, as you mentioned. An exchange when it comes to the fuel timings. Just up and down they go. Nade to the floor. Bang. Just get the one kill, but Nats, okay. Just can't quite retreat there, but there's a molly at the feet, and John, yeah, very ready for that one. So good util from Sen, flushing out these players.
And a bit of a mistake from Camo as well. Does Kamik try to find a timing here? He has.
Got away in.
He's worked in way further forward than they're going to think.
They flash through. This is a beautiful timing, and yes, Elsis none the wiser. Bullet to the side there. It's weaker weaponry from Team Liquid, but they're doing decent work with it nevertheless here with man out through the back as well. Through the full kills. Need to be found. Bang. Trying to maintain control and composure in through the round. And swinging wide. What? To molly to the chest and a ghost to the face. As it is. Buyers scrapped together. Flash dodged, but acknowledgement. It's what they were really looking for on Team Liquid side of things. Paddy's going to be getting that information. Has to back away and respect it. Here's the Boombot, here's the dog, and it's a double drone approach in through the B side, looking to try and squeeze these players and see if they can listen, man. Team Liquid, they're doing damage, but Rain and Bang, he sidestepped the damage. The bullets while they're at it, out through the back, they weren't expecting that kind of timing. Nats, he's straight in the fray, straight into the fight.
Down B.
Running a mockery over all of them. John QT, that's an Armageddon expended, but they're way ahead of this one. It's a slow ult at that. Isolates the one, but does he know where Camo is? Does he know where Camo is? The answer is no. Sentinel squad, I mean, it's been essentially bespoke, built for success, and triple face down short, one way to deal with it. Camo's been perched up on those high ground angles a little bit prior, so I think they had some level of awareness. But how do you convert it past this point?
Toxins going up. Poison orb emitting.
Drone. It's not broken in time, so Paddy's going to be spotted out there. Retreat back to a bit of safety, but he's going to try and hold this one down. It's a crash used in response to Taman, I believe, potentially there.
You don't really want to fight it, though.
Okay. Coming up close. Might be where these guns thrive with a flash into your face! Rapid fire as the approach from Zekken, but he's isolated alone, and that was just because of the mosh that was layered down earlier by Kamik. Instant TP.
Nats left the site.
And taking the pivot. Yeah, Nats is not home. Able to get the plant down potentially into this spot, but a lot of unknowns here.
They're not going to think about this, though, are they?
Sentinel, surely not thinking about it, and yeah, there's no coverage up towards the top. Attempted to trade in the rate, he's just spamming right clicks, jumping around!
That's your own wall, Bang! They're swinging through their own Viper wall to try to fight him in the chaos.
And that just puts an end to any chances of Sentinels there in round 5. Till into his hands, it's walking, contacting, called by Sen, but how the hell do you navigate this one? Snake Bite drop down as well. It's going to be a nade. They're going to try and get away all the way past this. Showstopper going wide as well. And bullets are flying, exchange, the handshake across the site. 4 versus 4 in through the smokes. Drop down, Shorty in play. Bang. Just spraying down with pellets. Camo. Drop down, sent straight back to that spectator seat. It's 3 versus 4. Creeping through onto the flank though.
Welcome
shoulder to shoulder. It's a pit drop down as well, but this might just give them more ins. Kiko moving forwards, and Zekken, he doesn't anticipate this whatsoever. Yeah, with a pit in their face, there's no instant trade-off. Molly at the feet as well. It's going to be locking these SEN players out and wide. Sliders the gaps, they managed to get past it, but still they need the kills, and they need them now. Trade in sight. It's a 1v2, and it's just stuck all the way. Deep flash, a swing on top of it. Oh, wow, ADS up with a Bulldog. Listen, it's not great, even on the best of days. Sentinels
Healing over here.
made out on the better side of that engagement there. Now you're going to see the Seeker trying to pave the way. Kiko very much alone when he's trying to make this play here. But John, do you take that peak timing? Oh my god, oh my goodness! Hit a barrel, just poked through and gave him that perfect timing. Slowed all the way down and it's pulled rotations, and Paddy and Nats, a lot to overcome. It's a TP pivot. They had no control of showers when they made this play here, Sen. There's danger. They could have got caught out, and having to use the drone now to clear out through short. Still,
you can't lose this to Nats. You can't lose this to Nats.
But he is the definition of a ratty player. He defined it, man. Made it popular. No coverage inside. Nats! God damn! An adjustment to the setup once more. Team Liquid moving Nats over towards B. Deep snake bite as well. Blocks off any chance for Sentinels to get B long control. And they're creeping, crawling camo.
Oh, Nats is inside another smoke.
And look at this position. Trade. He's 13 HP. They can't even remove this guy. Tucked tight to the corner. Another smoke to replenish. Did they expect him to be gone at this point? The answer. Listen, they're going to be getting the answer soon enough, potentially. Here's a Trailblazer used by Paddy out towards the back, and that's all respect a bit of that space as well, as the smoke will be going down soon enough. Salvos going to be used.
With the orbital strike, they still have an opportunity to scorch the earth of B.
Sen going to be trying to cut this one up now. It's all about partitioning up the sites and winning the fights up, but how the hell? The Team Liquid getting away, but still orbital strike does the job, does it well. Kamek cuts it up close into the corner, and Celsius had to be the playmaker. He was that case still. He's brought it to that 2v2, and they're not out. Danger yet.
You just gave Nats a smoke to play around.
Oh dear, 14 seconds. There's no clearance into the site. You can see it. They're fighting demons at this point, and his name is Nats. Creeping round, and my God!
He's calling the team around his setups and becoming a superstar IGL Sentinel, the likes of which we have no comparison to at Bangkok.
And it's all tempo, it's all pace. Sentinels, my God, Nats! This guy is relentless! They're already dead at this point! The Team Liquid, they don't give him a chance!
3 of them on Sentinels, John, Zelsis, Zekken. 1 on Liquid, Nats. 1 little Nats.
Versus the entirety of SEN society. So far, he's putting them to bed. Team Liquid, camo perched. He sees the barrel, and it's just broken out as well. Mistakes are piling up at this point. Miracle, nothing short of divine intervention is what's needed and necessary. He's in the walls, man. He's in the walls. Good luck toppling him. The damage is done.
Team Liquid have realized that if they went for a push like that, it's exactly what Sentinels are waiting for, but at some point the clock is going to become an issue. And when the clock becomes an issue, that's when you don't clear corners, that's when you don't have the time to have people backing you up. The re-clear, almost there for Zekken. Nats, again, with an opportunity.
Camo's here to play spoiler. Oh, the rocket denied! It's a beautiful drone. Gets the suppression off, but it's a quick reaction! Lining them up. Oh my God, blink of an eye. Zelta's even going down a second, bloodthirsty.
They finally shut down Nats. Popped his pit, got run down. They threw bodies at the problem. Kiko, I beg you don't win this.
I mean, surely, Sen, there's got to be no gaps here. There's got to be no gaps, and the swing comes through off of the sound cues, but Josh.
Could get one.
They do. I think it was the smoke that kind of spelled it out there.
Well, now, as soon as there's a player pushed up like that, you expect the rest of B to be free. Nats does his fast TP play.
Brady just can't win out the duel there, facing too many players. Tango with Plant. Has to go down here by John. No contention, but it's a rapid play at that. Look at it, footsteps maneuvering. Team Liquid, they want to get straight back into the fight in the fray, and Zekken is eager. Drawing blood earlier to set the tone of this round at least. Round 12, okay, Nat should not be favored there. Hopping up, and the playmaker himself, listen, backs to all sorts of these players. Sentinels just not ready for it right now. Wingman scatters forwards, and look at the squeeze they put on him.
Nats again!
Be going into a variety of players, and as Util into the hands of Narrate.
They've run this pistol round before, double flash through Nat's wall.
And he's trying to go for this one here, and Zekken caught to the corner, back against the wall. It's a bloodbath. The paint in the A site in it.
Beautiful setup. Sentinels not ready. They looked like they had some kind of idea that there was going to be a short push going on. Well, they couldn't stop the double flash play.
2 versus 4. But John just can't quite whip the ghost around in time. This is Liquid on the verge. Absolutely unreal stuff. Zelsis, time is ticking, son. The hourglass running dry. It is do or die. Tuck to the corner. Instantaneous smoke there from Zelsis. Liquid set their sights over to a different direction. Bang jump spotting, doesn't see anything, and the walking from Team Liquid might be finding the weaker site.
We know that Team Liquid love to contact. Are they just going to try to go all the way up here? Catch,
They
bang?
hit a jump spot. They're pre-aiming it.
Beautiful.
Not long for the world. And this might be it, the impetus. The first death blow of many. Wingman sent in, Salvos to deny this one, but the plan will go off without a hitch anyway. Kiko follows through, star player removed. Team Liquid able to send Sen City home. Narrate swinging wide, but he's just one man. And it's all nuts. Leading Team Liquid